Hey Fiber Arts, it's Miss Wright and welcome to Weaving Lesson 1. I've been really excited about this project that we're about to do and I think that you're really going to enjoy it. So our guiding question today is, what is weaving? It's pretty simple, but we will be going over some concepts that will help answer and support that guiding question throughout the entire lesson. Our learning target is I can define weaving vocabulary and create a weaving from found materials. We'll talk a little bit more about what found materials are soon. Some vocabulary that we will be covering include weaving, warp, weft, and loom. If some of those seem new to you or you've never heard them before, that's okay, because we're going to go over them in our lesson. So, but we'll just review them quickly right now. So, weaving is the process of interlacing material. Warp is a part of weaving, and those are the vertical threads held in place on a loom that formed the foundation of the weaving. So they are always vertical. So when you hear the word warp, think vertical. Weft, weft threads are passed horizontally or left to right, and they pass under the warp threads. So when you hear the word weft, I like to think it sounds like the word left, so you can kind of think weft and left. Those go horizontally. Last but not least is loom, and a loom is a frame used for weaving material, and it holds all of the warp and weft threads in place. So it's kind of your structure or your skeleton of your weaving. You need it to make everything else work. So in our assignment, in our project that we're going to do in this lesson, there's kind of 4 parts. Number 1 is just finding the materials that you are going to use. So when I mentioned found materials, that means that there are different options for things that you could use for this project. I'm not saying you have to use yarn or you have to use paper. You could use many different things to complete this project. So that's finding materials. Part 2 is creating your loom. For different students, it's going to look differently, but I'll go over different ways that you can do that. Part 3 is creating your weaving. So weaving those weft threads or weft material through your warp threads on your loom. And last but not least, part 4 is taking a picture of your weaving, just one weaving, you only have to create one, and submitting it into the Google Classroom assignment that is named Weaving Lesson 1. All right, that's the introduction for us. Now it's time to weave.